Hi, it's Morgan, and I just want to make a quick video just to give you some useful tips, some useful advice, because I know it feels like everything is upside down. You're not in school and you don't have classes. So let's quickly try to turn things around. It's a little better. And talk about your book. Now, even if you don't have your book with you, but you have your other textbook, it's still good advice. So, normally in school we're going by chapter, exercise by exercise, but since you're able to study at home with this time where we're not having classes, what I'd like you to consider doing is starting at the back of the book. Now, it's not exactly the back of the book, but if you go to the further chapters, you're going to see very useful exercises that explain how to write a letter, how to write an email. It might have some grammar examples clearly outlined that are easy to follow. Now, you're not going to find grammar exercises easy to understand in the book, but going to the back chapters can help reveal some information. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to turn to page 160, Vocabulary and Grammar Review. Chapter 14 on the following page, Vocabulary and Grammar Review. And again, I want you to have a look at these things and see, are you able to understand them? Are you able to answer them? If you need some of the solutions, that's something we can do together via email. You'll see present perfect, simple and continuous grammar examples on the following page. And as you go through these many pages at the back, there are some very useful explanations that you mightn't have come across in English classes before and that you've always been curious about. Even some very basic things, articles, the indefinite article, with practice examples. You know, there are things that you mightn't have looked at in years, and it's good revision. So, as much as you can, please do try to have a look at some of these sections. You don't have to look at all of them, but find things, make some notes, use some post-its if you like, and highlight areas that you think you would like to know better. Okay? As versus like. The conditionals are in here, but I know they're going to be very difficult for people to follow. I would suggest a YouTube tutorial in that case. But as I said, the back pages are full of different details. Now, last week I gave you a long list of phrasal verbs to start having a look through. And again, you don't have to learn them off by heart. It's just to become familiar with them. So when you're reading a text, it makes more sense. On page 189, you will find some phrasal verbs and definitions, okay? And these are going to be more specific to the exams, much more useful. So please, when you can have a look through this, when you've got time, I'm not going to give you any exercises from the book this week. Again, I've given you work in terms of sending me writing, in terms of phrasal verbs. So this week I'd like you just to spend your time looking at the back pages. Obviously don't worry about anything to do with listening, because that's irrelevant unless you have the files. But you will find, for example, page 202, the writing bank, how to write an essay. Okay, now I expect you to be very familiar with emails, letters, but I do see sometimes some very basic mistakes, and I want you to be more comfortable saying, Dear John, if it's a more formal letter, hi, hello, and making sure that you're familiar with how to finish an email. Useful exercises. There is a lot, and I know you can't possibly try to get through all of it, but the more you can do in the time that we're not having classes, the better it's going to help you, not just in terms of a Cambridge exam, not just with exams you might face in school, but for the rest of your life. So please, if you have the time, if you can, turn to those back pages, have a look at some of the examples, take a post-it and mark it and say, okay, I feel better writing emails, essays, reported speech, for example. Use those explanations that are at the back of the book. They're there for a reason. And if you don't have your complete book with you, remember your own textbook in school is going to have irregular verbs, how to write letters, how to write emails. All of these kind of chapters are at the back. They're very small sections, and I think they're relatively easy to read without being overly confusing. So please try to have a look at them, try to read them, and I hope to see you soon. Stay safe. Thank you.